So today we want to give you a little bit of an update. We found out some more information about Antifa that came to town. Bad news wasn't Antifa. What it ended up being on Saturday, August 15th, during the STURGIS annual rally for the 80th anniversary of STURGIS. Some protesters showed up. So the protesters lined the middle of the first block of Main Street to exercise their First Amendment right. According to the release from the STURGIS Police Department, about 7 of the protesters were from Rapid City. To their knowledge, they were not affiliated with Antifa. The demonstration that took place was due to the event of having the rally going on, the Days of 76 Rodeo, and the Pennington County Central State Fair that's taking place now. The group was given guidelines by the law enforcement as they attempted to exercise their First Amendment rights. The demonstration started at 4 p.m., but after about 45 minutes from the start of the protest, one demonstrator, Drew Wilson, W-I-S-H-O-N, he's 23, of Rapid City, kicked a motorcyclist as he was passing by. Wilson was placed under arrest by disorderly conduct and was removed from the scene. Due to the safety of everyone involved, the demonstrators were moved from the area and were no longer allowed to demonstrate. The protesters were escorted from the area and left STURGIS. So our information that we got today was from News Center 1 staff, which they put it out on August 17th. This is the local news television station, NBC, here in Rapid City. They contacted the Sheriff's Department, which in turn contacted STURGIS, and they got a permit to protest the rally. You know, they weren't just protesting the rally, they were also upset about the rodeo that came to town this weekend, also upset about the fair that actually started this Saturday here. So, they're kind of upset about a little bit of everything. So, I think most of them were over 18 years old. But, in our boat, they're still kids. Some of the information we found out, the purple hair kid that actually kicked the motorcycle, he did get arrested, he did get charged. He was released. We'll have his day in court and probably a ticket and some other things he's going to have to pay. Well, the other thing that we found out, he actually had a very good job here in Rapid City, that he worked at a cabinet maker facility that he was installing kitchen cabinets, things like that, and he lost his job. Sometimes it doesn't pay to be stupid and get out there in the public and people find out what's going on, because that could come back and bite you in the ass. Found out some retribution he did get. A lot of people said, the biker should have beat him up and all that. That just would have been really bad. The police were already there because they knew they were coming, and the rest of the kids that were there, they left in a panic. One of our other viewers seen them at the end of the street down by the VFW. They didn't have their mask on or anything like that. They had their hoods all pulled back, and she said that they looked like they were scared to death. At that point, they had one police officer escorting them to their car, and they pretty much sped back to Rapid City. So, it all ends well. They got their little day to be proud, try to stand up to the bikers. Didn't go too well for them all, but in the long run, the guy that kicked the bike, he kind of got what he deserved. He got a ticket, he probably got fined. He lost his job for being stupid. So we're going to leave you with this, and then we got a few more things we want to talk about here. We kind of staying around here for the virus. We want to stay here the whole 14 days after the rally to kind of see what's going on. So we've got a few numbers here that we're going to go over for Pennington County, which is over by Rapid City area. Over in STURGIS is Meade County. So it's a little different over there. So we'll give you some different numbers for what's kind of going on in the area. According to the newspaper article, we're getting our information from the Rapid City News, which is the hot spot here in Rapid City and all surrounding areas. So we're going to give you some of the updates of what's going on with the virus. So right now, statewide Department of Health has reported 251 new cases that they have here in South Dakota. That's the whole state. So that was based on 1,855 tests that were, as of Saturday, was given out. So that brings the state total to 11,135, with 1,540 cases that are considered active infected. There are now 66 people in the state that are in a hospital, up 16 since Friday. 12 of those patients are in the Monument Health system. I'm assuming that's their health plan out here.
Let me move it up.
Yeah. So now we're going to give you a few numbers here on what's going on in Pennington. Pennington County is, like I said, is Rapid City area here. We'd have to look at a map. You got to look at a map too and see how far this covers. But basically here they got 14 new cases out of 63 people tested. Meade County reported 14 positive cases on 65 tests. So that kind of gives you an idea. That's right there in STURGIS. You know, this adds up to that total number that we had, which was 251 cases totally altogether that they've had since the rally has been over. So we'll keep you up informed on what's going on. You know, they're talking about, I seen on the news where they said 25 cases have been positive all across the United States that have been brought from here. There's also a couple places that they talked about. There's a tattoo place that somebody there, the tattoo artist, he had the virus and kind of spread it. There's also somebody in Hill City that worked at a bar. They had it. They didn't know about it, and they possibly spread it too. So those are two hot spots that if you were in, got a tattoo in Sturgis, I'd have to look the name up again.
I think it was Asylum.
Yeah, Asylum, that was it. Asylum Tattoo, if you were there on any of the days, you might want to definitely check and make sure you don't have the virus. But that's kind of what we've got right now for the virus and things like that. The state came out with that count of 465,000 bikers that came to the rally. You know, that was all calculated off the DOT of them running over those little rubber bands that they put across the road. Driveway bells, like we used to have when I had a gas station. So they click those things. So they do a calculation, figure it out. Well, there's something very interesting that the city of Sturgis does that we hope to get before we leave. They actually weigh all of our trash. They have got a calculation based on the people that live here, and they know everybody has to eat. So when they go through and take all the trash to the dump from Hill City and Spearfish and Deadwood and Sturgis, all the surrounding area, they do a calculation, and that's how they come up with their accurate count for
how many people attended the rally.
Yep. So that's one more way. That's how they get a more accurate count. So we'll find out. I think the 465 that the state came up with, I think is the number's way too high. You know, the other thing we want to talk about, which I don't have the numbers in front of me, you know, they talked about how many people got citations, got DUIs, they got pulled over for. You know, on our videos, I don't know if I'll go back and find them all, but we actually seen a whole lot more cars pulled over than we did motorcycles. So when they're putting those numbers out there, doesn't necessarily mean it's all motorcycle people or bikers. It could also be people driving around in cars, trucks, pickups, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Could be locals.
That's right. Could be local guys running around.
Not all us bikers.
Yes. So the other thing that we found out, that a lot of the media has really hurt South Dakota here. You know, they put out there trying to say it's a free-for-all out here, that us bikers are just running wild and all kinds of stuff. So that ended up bringing, a lot of people came to Sturgis bringing a lot more drugs than they normally would have brought. This is kind of a record-breaking year for it. And when we talked to several people, local government in Sturgis, that's what they emphasized right off the bat. These people, when they came, when they got arrested, that's what came out of their mouth. Well, I thought it was okay here. We could do that.
It was a free-for-all.
Yeah. You know, you can't bring cocaine and LSD and
heroin
and all this other crazy hard drugs to a town and expect to get away with it if you get pulled over. You know, they do. Pot is illegal here in South Dakota.
CBD oil.
Yeah, so we know there's some of those issues there going around. Some of the drug arrests were for hard narcotics, and people had a lot of it. So I think a lot of them also thought they were coming here and they were going to sell it, and they got busted. And those people are counted in those numbers too. So once again, a lot of this stuff doesn't necessarily mean it was the biker community. You know, we got a lot of compliments on our Facebook page and our YouTube page that people were commenting how clean the area looked. You know, we've also got a video coming up here real soon that we talked to Woody from the Buffalo Chip. And we've talked to several other people that have been in the business for a long time, and they've said the same thing. Every year it seems to be that us bikers are being more responsible. We're picking stuff up. We're helping our neighbors. We're doing good things. People are friendly. You know, the biker gangs aren't having headbanging issues going on with each other.
We're all getting along.
That's right. So it ends up being that, you know, this is a really good time for the rally. You know, a lot of the people we talked to, like I say, we got a video that's going to come up that's going to be here on Monday. So all kinds of good things are happening here in Sturgis. And, you know, the biker community has really come together and put this together here. And it was a great time. So a lot of the places we went to, out there at the Buffalo Chip, out down in Deadwood, some of the other campgrounds we went to, Kathmandu, where we stayed at this year, and some of the other places that we stopped at, they all said the same thing too. That, yeah, people are picking up after themselves. They're not throwing other trash around. They're being more responsible. And, hey, that's just being good citizens. And we should all be like that. Good bikers, good citizens, it all goes together.
Good people.
We're all here to take care of each other, look out for each other, and keep ourselves out of trouble. We've also got plans for doing some biker events in October. We're going to go ahead and give you some of those dates today. We're going to be at, for those of you that do know, Adam Sandoval. He helped break the world record last year for 3,794 motorcycles in a consecutive line, a parade. And he broke that world record. So this year, it was actually the first weekend in October last year that we did break that record. He has a campground down in Moyer, Oklahoma. You can check it out. It's called K River, and we'll put a link down there. So you guys can check that out. We're actually going to be there. We're getting there, I think, on
September 30th.
Tuesday. Yeah, September 30th, and we'll be pulling out on Sunday. Because we have another rally to go to. We're going to go to our next official motorcycle rally, if it doesn't get canceled, which is in Arizona. So we're going to skip on over to Arizona in a couple of days and get over there and start giving you some good information about Bike Week in Arizona. So it's kind of exciting. We've done that once before, but we've never videotaped it. So we're going to get down there, do a whole bunch of good stuff down there, and then as soon as that's over, if all goes well, we're going to be heading to Daytona Oktoberfest. That's October Bike Fest, whatever they call it. So we're going to try to get down there. We've already got our reservations to stay. 3 of these places we are not going to be able to get there early and do any reconnaissance and looking ahead and finding out what's going on, because the time frame, I've got to pretty much travel 500 to 600 miles every single day to get to the rallies in time to see what's going on. So by the time we pull up, that next morning the rally starts. So things will be going really quick. So I'll try to get videos out every day to keep in mind for any events that you guys see going on in your area. You know, if it's only a weekend, I don't know if we can make it to a weekend one, but all the bigger bikers events we want to try to get to as much as possible, you know, especially coming starting next year. And if some of you got places that maybe we could stay, you can look behind us. We do have an RV. You say, why don't you ride your bike? Well, first of all, we can't ride the bike because of all the equipment that I need to bring along for editing, and also somebody here has some issues with riding anymore, and we've done it. We've rode across the United States on the bike, so we've done trips like that before, but with the ailments that she's got today, will not allow us to ride that long. It would take me weeks to get across with all the stops I have to make. So with the RV, it makes it a lot better. We can stop easier. We can pretty much stop any night, anywhere, side of the road, whatever, to make it happen. So that's what we're asking, is if you've got land around any of these events that we can boondock, we've got generator, we got water on board, we got everything that we need. We just need a place to park it other than on the street. So if you've got a place like that, you'd like to invite us over during a rally, let us know. It's all about trying to save a little bit of money, because so far with YouTube, we ain't making a lot of money. It's not even enough. It didn't even make enough money to pay for the campground in Sturgis last week. So that was just for the 1 week, not counting the other weeks that we've been out here. So check us out. Let us know down in the comments, and we're going to go ahead and leave you right here with all of this.
Subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for notifications. Thank all of you for coming along on our adventures, and we'll see you on the next video.
And we'll try to get you some more updates on the virus and what's going on in Sturgis. And it's 99 degrees today in Rapid City and Sturgis. Thank goodness you left. See you later.
Bye.